is back. We've been having issues. Not all of the stuff has been displaying. It looks like decided to just not be okay. Looks like I have some stuff I need to merge. We should be good to go. Good to go on the go. Ready to go? Go, go, go. Oh no, it didn't go today. More goes. Because nobody else does go. It doesn't say that I have anything. But it says my main is ahead. Let's see what it says. But I don't need that. That can honestly, we don't need any of that. Yeah. Let's go ahead and we'll turn that music off so it doesn't clutter up. Alright, chat. There we go. No music to clutter up our chat. And now we can just go. Just go, 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 go. Gotta. We don't need it. Firestore debug. Firebase. Debug. Log. We don't need that. See, this was never even... Is this the stuff that was never pushed? Because that would make a lot more sense why it was ahead. Hey Lulu, how you doing, girl? I love you, Lulu. She's sleeping. We went to the park today. The dog park. We added some dog emotes to well, that's probably fine. We added some emotes and some bit emotes and some all of the things you can add to Twitch. I'm slowly adding them. Come on, I just really want to delete that. Here we go. Okay, so today's goals are 1, we're gonna add, let's go ahead, we can add text for this. That way we never forget what our goals are. It's, hello, Look ZTV. Who's Nicker? I don't know him. I mean, I hope he has a good birthday, but I have no idea who he is. Well, it looks like I'm alive again. He must have had a little blip. Oh, he's a fan. Well then, happy birthday, Nicker. Hope you have a good day. You know, I didn't used to like birthdays when I was younger, but now I love them. Birthdays are awesome. We always want an excuse to party, right? I've had people not show up to my birthdays, and I just party myself with the thing ice cream, because ice cream is the ultimate party. Okay. I don't need to pull that. I need to check out main. No, I need to check out main. Why is it so hard to type? Git pull. Why is this so hard? Why is it so hard? What day is it? April 30th? Happy birthday on April 30th, Mr. Nick. My nephew's birthday was 2 days ago. Yeah, we don't need this. This is the stuff we just resolved, huh? LuxZTV, tell him to come party with us on Twitch. We can put on music and have a dance party. I'll dance. See? Git commit. A lot of people like to use like the integrations for Git, but I feel like dirty if I don't do it on the command line. I like really do. Is that working? Okay. Should we make sure this builds, and then if it does and it's clean, what? GoPath mod exists and shouldn't? Why do I have a mod file in my GoPath? Why the heck is there a go.mod right there? Oh, I'm supposed to cd to the GoPath. Exit. Now let's try this. That should build. That should build. Come on, build, build, build. Why is it taking so long? What did I do? Oh. Besides have a horrible camera angle. There we go, that's much better. Now you can see the pictures of my dogs. Because dogs are the best. My dogs are the best. Oh well. Oh look, this is settings for something. Did that work? Okay. Okay. And then we need to... Okay. Check out a branch for today. Today is the 30th. And Nick's birthday. Firestorm. Okay. Play script will have the GitHub API in it. There we go. That way we can pull up our Firestore stuff. Oh my goodness. We were right there. This is what we were on. So how's everybody's week? Did anybody go to any meetups? I know I did. Had 2 of them. Did anybody else? We failed? Oh, our workflow failed. I got an email about it. Our workflow shouldn't fail. That means our tests are broken. And why are our tests broken? That's the question. Oh my goodness! Why on earth am I yawning so much? It's probably because I'm forgetting to talk. I'm forgetting to breathe because I'm talking so much. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. GitHub Actions. It said it failed. See? But that one did. What's the difference? Interesting. Why didn't that? Let's check out branch and we'll fix it with our branch. Come on. Does anybody know why my internet sucks? Does anyone want to finish my internet stuff? So we're going to goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. So we were, like, this is pretty much done. I just need to be able to we need to set up the Firebase stuff here, and then we need to run it. And we had to, yeah, we ran into the problem where we needed the auth creds. Yeah, that was it. And I would have worked on it this week, but man, it's been a week. 2 meetups, took my mom to the hospital. Work. 2 meetups is a lot. Added 3 meetup videos. So, you know, we have fun. Next week I have a meetup with a live stream that I'm running. So, okay. No, I want to go to Firebase, not Firebase debug log. Not firebase.json. I should have a .profile as well that I would need to take care of. So this has a setup, and that's all we've run is the setup, right? And that should run. And do I have a setup for that? No. I have a meetup client set up. And that's the one that scrapes it. So then we need to have a Firebase client, Firebase. Oh no, I think did I call it what was that? Oh, it was called Firebase. Firebase.setup. And that doesn't accept any arguments, I don't believe. So that shouldn't fail. Man, it's taken 12 years for these buttons to click. And that's the truth. There we go. Oh, it takes a context. Okay, we should set up a context here. Nope. And then that gets passed. And that should take care of that. I probably have more stuff in Firebase. No, I don't. I don't have anything that sets that up. Well, let's see if this runs, and then if it doesn't run, we'll get the creds, the local creds, I think. I think that's what we need. That, or I can just use the CLI and just like keep deploying it to App Engine 12,000 times. I thought about that the other day. Maybe it would be wise to just test it on the cloud and not even worry about running it locally. Because this would be add client, Firestore client to main. Yeah. Like, that makes sense a little bit, right? Like, the whole concept of just testing it on the on the internet, on the cloud. I swear I had another project. Cool. Oh, interesting. My phone decided to drop my AirPods. This is my phone. Don't live without it. This is what I do while things are loading. Cool. So now we have this infos, and essentially what we need to do is we need to take infos and store to Firebase, right? Because this is for my log. There's two goals. One is to get the meetup info on a site, and two is for me to store the meetup info long term so that I can kind of have a history of meetups that we're running, stats. I mean, I'm still missing some stats, but I'm sure I can figure out how to get those later. And then we need to make, we need to push to site via GitHub API. This is something that I decided to do while in the shower. Like on Tuesday, probably Wednesday. It was probably after spending 3 hours in the hospital with my mother. I decided that I needed to do the GitHub API. So that's apparently what I think about when I am in the hospital. I don't know what you think about while you're in the hospital, but that's what I think about while I'm in the hospital. Not for myself. Last time I was in the hospital for myself, I had my gallbladder removed. And that was good enough. Like, definitely not ideal. Cool. So that's just comments. So now we need to go here. And I think we only need an add data function right now. Oh my gosh. So we would want a function, like this would be a CRUD, so this would be a create or an update. So we'll call this we'll call this get, they're called collections? No, that's Postman. What are the Firestore ones called? Man, this thing's being laggy today. Add and manage data. That's what we want. So that I can know what they're called. Right? No, I don't want to understand. I want the data structure. They're called something. And so Oh, they are called collections. So yeah, so this would be, we'll call this one get collections. We'll retrieve or create a collection for meetup connection instance for, well, I mean, it's kind of like, I don't know, this, because this is a little bit different because it's a Firestore, right? So I guess if I was doing this on a relational database, you would have migrations that create everything, and then you would have just kind of like your insert or update. So like, so what would you like? What the heck is the Firestore equivalent of a migration? I guess, right? Like, that's my question. What is the Firestore equivalent of a migration? Why? These aren't docs. These are. Does this get started one have code? My goodness, somebody could totally spam my Slack right now. Yeah, this one does have the code. Okay, so I was very confused. So client.collections. So the client has a collections. And this doesn't return anything. But you see how there's this collection.users? Like in my head, like I would want that to be static at all times. I don't want that to be like super editable. And then we could do other things. My goodness. Let's turn this off. Can we, or do we have options to just like mute all of my Slack? No. I have to actually go into Slack and do it. That should take, come on. Now it's actually closed. Okay. So we will call this migrate collections or setup collections. And creates or fetches an instance of a collection on Firebase, right? And then I can pass it as an argument. That way, if I need more than one, like if I ever get to the point where I have different collections that aren't meetup, like that aren't this, right? Like if I want to create one that goes into different data sets or whatnot, I totally can. Was that relevant? No. Looks like they're doing some Vim stuff. And looks like people are commenting on my meetup. That is the Utah Go user group meetup. Oh look, my camera's off. My stream is experiencing some issues. Like how regularly though? Like that didn't help nobody. It says it's not dropping frames right now, so 26% of the frames were dropped over the last 2 minutes. Well, yeah, it's been like ridiculously laggy. I can turn the Wi-Fi back on, but that doesn't really make it better. Because what that does is that says, hey, do Wi-Fi over hardwire, and that is dumb. Creates or fetches an instance of a collection on Firebase. Yeah, that seems to make sense. And so this would be function. I wonder if you could use the Firebase emulator to set up integration tests. I'm not doing that right now. Don't know if this needs a context, but it definitely needs, well, we're not gonna, that's not plural, that shouldn't be plural. So this would take the collection name, and that's a string. And then it will return what I believe should be a fireGo dot so it's a client dot collection, and client is app dot fire, so it is a fire return a fireGo dot collection. I don't know if that's a thing, but we're gonna pretend like it is, and it might like, and this just adds data. So, right, so this is just kind of whatever. So, oh, and this acts on the client. So this would be on C space pointer to, not 2 spaces. My goodness. See, why is it dropping frames? Why is it dropping frames? It's not even using very much of my CPU. What the heck is using my CPU right now? What the heck is using my CPU? See, I would stream every day if I knew that I didn't have to run into this garbage. That's lagginess, that's like, I don't have these problems when I'm not streaming. So like, I work all day. I do software development, and does that like, yeah, I want this. The firewall breaking stuff, like, what the heck? Is it because my hard drive's full of wasted videos? Like, that shouldn't be affecting the RAM. That's just ridiculous. This was not a cheap computer, and I'm not. Everybody says that the M1 chip MacBooks are amazing, so obviously I should consider doing that, but I don't make enough money from my Twitch streams to buy me just a fancy computer, or buy me a Linux machine, or buy me anything that's cooler than this. I'm kind of stuck. This isn't what I wanted. I wanted... not system. Usage? No. What's it called? I don't even know what it's called at this point. Oh well. Oh well. Okay. This seems to be behaving a little bit better right now. Okay. So my idea is to do a C.client and then collection dot string. This would be collection name. Oh, not even as a string, as a variable. Right? So return, and it would return this. Right? And so if it's new, it should create it. If not, it wouldn't. We don't need that, right? Okay, well, we'll just do add to, right? Adds data to a collection on Cloud Firestore. If you're wanting to learn more about Firestore, then I can teach you. You can run the commands in the chat. There's commands in chat that'll help you with all that fun stuff. This is collection. We can just call it C, right? And I think we want this. Oh, look, there's who put that return up there? Well, it's probably a good thing I did, because it lets me think about what I actually want to write in my code instead of what I think I want to write in my code. Oh, and now I froze. No, I didn't freeze. It's just my camera. So my camera itself froze. Okay, well that's really easy to fix. clicking things right now. Well, camera's busted. Internet's busted. 26%'s not. Let's see worse. There we go. Okay, camera's on and working. Let's just go relink that. We can set that to this one. The only problem with that is my light doesn't hit me. It's really ugly. See? That camera just doesn't want to work today. We're not using no. Okay, we'll just do this one. If it's working, it's working. Who cares about how pretty it looks? Okay. Cool. Turn this sucker off. I need another light for when this camera's on. Or just for life. Opening with item with ID bundle. And so this would be .add. And then they actually looks like they add the value as a map string interface. So they do need a context. Context. And then this would be data. And that data is a map string interface. So we need context. Oh my goodness, my throat's getting dry. You don't want to know? You want to know why I don't have any favorite emotes? You dumb thing. It's because you're not putting my dogs on there. If you had my dogs on here, I would have so many favorite emotes. See? This is, oh no, it's soy pet. No? I swear I set these. As emotes. I swear I did. So I set all of those as emotes. Every single one of them. Every single one of them should be a channel emote. It's Streamlabs' fault. They're not importing them. Because I added my dogs today. Okay. And then the data would be a map. I need to double check that that's what they actually like. Because that seems a little weird to me. I'm just gonna add, I don't need to read. Yeah, okay. So that's all they want. The map string interface of that. Is that written? Then I should be able to do this, right? So that takes just an interface of data. So it just writes it as that. So if it's just an interface, and I have an encoded JSON blob, I should be able to just put it there. And it creates the doc, and it adds it. Okay. Looks like I don't need to worry about the create, because they already take care of that for me. So I don't need this to be a map string interface. I can just have this be an interface and maybe a slice of bytes. Okay, so here, where I have that, I would go firebase client dot add. Oh, what's it called? Oh, it needs to be changed to add to collection. Didn't change the name. It only does capital W's. Add to collection. And then we're going to add the context. And this is going to be meetups. Right now it's hard-coded. It shouldn't. I mean, I could just make it a constant later. And this would be infos. Itself, because infos infos is encoded into a file, because that's what we do, we just save it into the file. We don't need that anymore, right? Like, this is gone. So I can just decode it into a map itself. So this would be meetup data map string interface. Oh, we love interfaces. And we would do JSON. Actually, what is infos giving me? Info should be a struct itself, right? Slice of meetup info. And meetup dot client dot go. No. There's another one. I'm so hungry. So this should be, I think this should work. And then this would be data. Fair does not equal nil. We're doing a log.fatal at this level. What the heck is an E? And this is what I expect to fail right now. Cool. And they said that this add function returns 3 things. It returns a document reference, a write result, and an error. These are plantain chips, by the way. They're delicious. Okay. If error equals nil. Whoa. No. It should return an error. Because otherwise, that's just gonna break everything. And it should probably return a pointer to a client. Which means these no longer need to be pointers. Should be return nil error F. Configure Firestore app. That should be something similar. Oh, great. Client, and then this return becomes a pointer to a client and a nil. A legal character used at line 43, 100%. Return. These are the worst. When it just uncapitalizes or doesn't capitalize or explodes. S. And then we'll have a collection name. And an error. That's a Y. And then here, let's just log it. The difference between log and print is just wrappers. They both print to the standard out, like, I am 80% sure that what I just said is fact. 80% sure that it's fact. It could be a total BS. Sorry for my chewing, but I need plantain chip fuel to think. I think I need to change the main. Yeah. So now this had an error. But since we have the wrappers, I can just do this. And that should be fine. Let's make sure this builds. Go build. Cannot use type conf as pointer to type firebase config. Line 26. So this is supposed to be a pointer. App is a pointer. So they both are pointers by nature. That makes it really fun, guys. We might have some things break here. We might have a lot of things break. That'll be so fun. Okay. Just test everything. Looks like my dad got out of his foot spur surgery. He's gonna be super groggy and grumpy all day. So groggy. He has bone spurs in his feet that punch into his Achilles tendon. And he got them shaved off today. So I already did that. So if I go run this, it should fail because it won't be able to connect to the project because I don't have the config set up for my project, right? Which is really funny. Because it says here, it only needs, well, not here. It doesn't say there. In this example, hit it by lagginess. This is all it did. But that uses default credentials. And I don't quite understand. The Google Fire SDK is initialized in different ways depending on the environment. For the most common and complete reference, see initialize the admin SDK. Use the default credentials. Well, let's go over here. So see, but I don't have this. So yeah, that's getting started with Firestore. But honestly, this would probably be the better route for me. If I wanted to deploy this script to their stuff. So yeah. The fun thing about this is it says that I don't have payment set up to enable the Firestore API, but I'm like 95% sure that I have payment set up. Like, I don't know. I really need to go to the bathroom. Is that TMI? So let's go ahead. Let's turn on some music. And I will be right back. Way before I wanted to switch. Hey, pups. Come on in, pups. Hey, little girl. Hey, Maxie boy. Did you go outside, pups? Yeah, Maxie. Did you need the scratches, Max? Oh, it's hot out there. I feel it on your fluffs. No, you don't get any plantain chips, Lulu. I'm pretty sure that how it works now is that... No, those are Mama's plantain chips. Okay. So the firebase SDK admin is... Oh, there, you're right. Hi. Okay, so it says, I know. App Engine default service account. Oh, it looks like. Meetup crawler store isn't. Right? Yeah, this is alright. It already has the Firestore stuff. Okay, so how do... I know, you need scratches, huh? So, it says I need to go here. Service account, sorry, you're not gonna see this. you're not getting any of my special keys. And it says in Google Cloud, and generate a private key to the JSON file. Manage keys. Hey, buddy. Add key. Create a new key in JSON. Create. Okay, so now I have one. Okay, and so then I just need to move this. Move. I have a datums, I have a dev, I have a firebase. So we'll make a directory called permissions. And then we'll move, should be in downloads, meetup crawler to permissions. And so now that's the, here we go. Something like this. Oh, I see. That's not real because it was done with a mouse. And this would not be that. It would be permissions. But this is not gonna be the same when it's on the cloud, so I don't even know why I'm doing this. Crawler, store, see, now you guys, so much for that. I'll delete that key. Okay. I mean, theoretically, this already has all of the permissions once I deploy it. So, looks like that hash was a hash for the key itself. Why would they do that? This should import and update my GoSum. Nope, we don't want permissions to be imported, actually. So now I run it. And it just runs. I mean, Firestore cannot convalue into a map, so it does need to be in a map. Well, I can just put it in a map. I don't have to put it in that very convenient struct, might I add. But like in this parse, this one where I return that, like it's an info. Honestly, I like that struct way too much to compromise it. So we know that it's getting a slice of bytes that's JSON. So what if I just did this? No, we're not going to do that. I'm sure that there is an add that would work for what I want. I'm 100% confident that I can add more than one of these at once. And right, like essentially, that's the thing. Let's go to their GitHub. I know they have examples here. Let's see if we can find some Go docs that actually is helpful. BigQuery Auto ML endpoints. Wow. Firestore snippets, listen, change, increment test, collection query, collection group setup, save, retrieve, main. Let's try this. Like they have a slice of struct. For range landmarks. Oh, that's great. So it can't be as generic as I want. That's fine. Let's just do... We'll call this add meetup infos. That way meetup infos. How's that? And that way the data is actually infos and I can range over it. It should be a slice of info. The problem is I need to be smart about this. Right, so we'll have cities, which is a collection, and then for document, you have a collection, and you have a document and a collection, and so they nest. So we have a collection meetups, and we should have a document probably for that week. And then we should have a collection, not of landmarks, but of like individual events. And then that's there. So like this makes sense. Okay. So we do want this to be a little bit different. So we want meetups, info, to be equal to c.client.collection, and then this would be collection name. Right, okay. Why the heck? And then we will do for info range data. We'll do meetup info, meetups info dot, no, so it was dot doc. And then we're gonna do time dot now dot I think you can parse on this. Well, because it needs to be a string, not a time, not now. Why is all this garbage? Oh yeah, because I was adding emotes to Twitch, because I want somebody to emote. Jake, since you're my nephew, will you get on Twitch and write to me in the chat? I need people to write to me in the chat so it looks like I'm a happy Twitch streamer. Golang, that's not how you spell Golang. Time dot parse. So time dot now. So is it time dot parse? Like function, does parse just accept a time, or does it act on a time? Time.parse. Gotcha. Okay. So this is not that. So this would be time.parse, time.now. And I just need the date. So this would be 01-02-06. So that should be day, month, year. I believe that's day, month, year. A month, day, year. And they have a bunch of constants for that. So I might be able to just use a constant instead of that. See, they have a bunch of constants. No, they don't. So it should be so this is month, day, year. Let's go ahead And we'll add that at the end. Dot. Oh, my dogs are sleeping good today. They must have run a lot at the park. No, I was at this one. So, collection inside of the doc. This might fail. So then we want collection. And then we want... like, because this is individual events. Like... What's up? You going to go ride the scooter? You want to come say hi to Twitch? Oh, hey. How you doing? How you doing? JK2K?
J2K was taken up. It was like a long time ago.
So this is now JK2K.
So no, it's Jake, just spelled
JK.
Add a Y and a C.
No, it's definitely JK.
I don't know.
JK, why aren't you following me?
Oh.
JK.
Sorry.
JK, why aren't you following me? You following me yet? Will you hurry up and follow me? Yay, you're following me! You're my new best friend! Lulu, you say hi to Twitch? Say I'm a good girl. Huh, you are, Lulu. Did you know that if you subscribe, you can use a Lulu emote? Because I added Lulu as an emote. Hi, Lulu, you're a good girl, huh? Thank you, JK!
Can't even see me. Oh. I hate my voice on camera. It's the worst.
Okay, so then the new doc set, and then... Look at this. But this is like literally what I want. Not set, and then you want that, and then they have an info.name. So I would do info.k. And this lives in meetup parse. Okay, so we want name, URL, description, start date, end date, all of those things. Siri, I'm not talking to you. Yay, JK subscribed. That makes me feel so happy. So info.name. See, I don't even need this JSON parse stuff because this crap biscuit crap don't take it. Hi, Lou. URL info dot URL, and name's not a thing, it's capital N. And then we have description info dot description. Don't even need this baloney JSON business. Start date, I'm gonna keep it just in case one day I wanna. No, I do. I probably will still need it for the GitHub stuff, right? And I definitely want, yeah. Start date. Why do they have, like, who would have a multiple day meetup? So this would be like online, I think. I think. I'm not quite sure what the event attendance mode. And we only need the location type. I don't necessarily care for the the Zoom link or the Meet link. Oh no, I do need the JSON because I parse it from JSON. And this should be right. Well, we'll just call it result error. If error does not equal nil, then we would return format.error if cannot to collection, and then we'll have an S, and then a W, and then this would be collection name, and this would be error. Okay, where is do you ever get ear twitches when you have earpods in? Oh my goodness. Gotta remember to breathe. Oh, that's just Twitch telling me that. JK, 2K. Now following me, not that he ever streamed. He refuses to stream. I told him he could. I told him he could use all my stuff and stream the Xbox. So I'm thinking, I put this on Twitch. Not Twitch, Twitter. On May 4th, May 4th is unfortunately a Tuesday that I have a meetup. But I could take some time and stream Battlefront 2, play some Star Wars. It'd be fun. I don't really do games. Where am I missing a comma? 43, there's a list. Right there. Did I put that parse in the wrong order? I might have put time.parse in the wrong order. Anyway, I was just thinking, wouldn't it be fun to just actually play a video game on Twitch? Yeah, I put it in the wrong order. Lulu, what's your tune on? You got the chewy or garbage? Oh, you got the chewy? Good girl. She's supposed to bring her garbage to me before she chews it, and she usually does, so just have to double check. She's not chewing on any water bottles or anything. She's just chewing on a cow hoof. Okay, what else? 34. That's true. I was kind of wondering if this would work. And this I should be able to return as C. Right? Okay. What am I missing? Oh gosh, I'm missing a comma somewhere. And it doesn't look like I am to me. Result error. Well, no, but I'm missing this. Because collection should be acting on the dock. Now 51. Set. Alright, that should all be inside set. Yeah, that's inside set. And then they range over that. Let's go make sure. I have one on. That seems right. So I'm missing something else. Where on earth am I missing this? Oh look, there's that. Come on. Okay. Oh, whew! It was just a random colon. Okay. Should we run this? See how else it fails? Good to know. So we want a time comma error. And we have a string. Do I want format, not parse? I probably want format. I probably want format, not parse, and that's where my error is. Probably still have to handle the error though, so that's fine. Okay, so that does act on the time, so that actually will make it a lot easier. So this can actually go like this, and then we do format, and then we have what we want there. That's a W. Okay, so that should be the right one. Undefined info, because it is in Meetup. Meetup dot. Now that should work. It's a good thing we compiled this. Well, you need to save it. I thought I capitalized that. That's supposed to be a capital N. There we go. Okay, now does it compile? Does it compile? Result is declared and not used? Oh yeah, I just was curious what it looked like. Sometimes it's fun just to print things out because you don't know what they look like. I mean, it's probably nothing useful, but it's gotta be helpful, right? I mean, it's gotta be something. Just firebase client. It's because that's not what it's called anymore. Is this Alex Iona? Yeah, he made a really good mix from this. It's now called Add Meetup Info, I believe. Add Cookies is not one we're using today. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. That's not what I wanted. So now this should be infos. You know, if I had any kind of consistency in this, they would all have the same name. Right? Like, a pretty consistent naming is important. Otherwise, why are you doing this? Okay, let's try. Okay, it's running. It's running. It's running. And it printed some stuff out. And that's just the time, right? So now, if I go to Google Firestore data, should it be there? Okay, you can't. Ready? You ready for this magic? Right, so this is 4/30/21 is today. It should go down, right? Like, no, I want to look at it. Can't I look at my data in this? I know I created that myself. What the heck is this garbage? I think that was just me typing lines. So we have this. Add similar document, delete all fields in document, delete document. Oh, so, oh, look, events. And events has keys. Why do these have weird keys? Is it because I said new document? I mean, this is really cool. This I like. I don't like that. So can I just do, remember how can I just do an add here? I'm just gonna delete that and see if I can just add. Yeah, let's go back to here. I'm going to delete this, yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm just testing, so you're fine. That was really awesome, though. So results is just the date. Well, that's really nice for a minute. So this still returns 3. So we have the data, the result, and the error. So let's, I don't know what the data is. Is it literally, the data literally is like it's like the root to it. I guess. Which is fine, I guess. Looks so dirty, one Tylenol. So you can see this in the Firestore console as well. You don't have to be in the Google Cloud Platform console. But I do plan on adding this as an app engine. So this still adds the key for the document. Interesting. But I named one of the documents, so I wonder if I could I just wonder if there's a way to make that more readable, or if it even matters right now. It probably doesn't even matter right now. That's awesome. No, let's go remove that print line and the data we're not going to actually use. And I mean, right now, like as is, I feel like I could deploy this to App Engine and have it run. Well, I mean, technically, App Engine's not the best use case for this. Like, it should be a cloud function, right? Because I want this to run once a week on Monday. But let's commit it. Add collection to Cloud Store. I'm gonna hide this again because it kind of just muddies everything a little bit. Why on earth would I want this to point to Python 2.7? Why on earth would I want it to point to Python 2.7? So I know I can do a cloud run and deploy it to the cloud theoretically. I can use the GitHub action to do it. but I want to make sure it runs the way I want it to run. So look, there's cloud functions. Yeah. Okay, so it says that we accept the cookies. Axe Engine. Cloud Functions and Google Cloud Engine are different tools for different jobs. Using the right tool is right. Driving. Okay, whatever. Cloud Functions have several disadvantages that Google and compared to. Yeah, I know they're limited to Go, but the things in Go. This part. The availability of the app context with GKE apps can support more what the heck? That's like about as so can I do cron style apps? Right, because I want this to run once a week. If there's an App Engine cron service, and that might be what I want. App Engine cron service allows you to regularly schedule tasks that operate at defined times or regular intervals. These tasks are commonly known as cron jobs, yes. Why on earth would I want to do that in the fakest language of all fake languages? Node. Node's a fake language. You can fight me on that. Try and change my mind. The App Engine cron service allows you to configure regularly scheduled tasks that operate at defined times or regular intervals. These tasks are commonly known as cron jobs. These cron jobs are automatically triggered by the App Engine cron service. For instance, you might use this to send out a report email on a daily basis, update cache data every 10 minutes. Okay. A cron.yaml alongside the app.yaml configures your scheduled tasks for the Go application. Okay. A cron.yaml uses the YAML syntax the URL in your app to which the cron will want the service to send job requests. Interesting. I'm not quite sure what the URL is, but I'm sure this makes sense. That doesn't mean anything. Like, it's pretty straightforward, right? Like, to me, if I said every Monday at 9, like, that would kill it exactly like I want to do. Like, 100%. You can specify, okay, an app that defines your configuration settings for Go runtime as well as a general app. Do not add the okay. Yeah, that makes sense. It's a YAML. I know I can configure this with the Google Cloud CLI. But I don't quite understand the whole path thing. Because it might not... Can it just be like the base URL? Like the home? Maybe my app has to run. Maybe what I want is wrong. Because, like, essentially, I want it to not be alive. And that's probably where a cloud function would be a better fit, right? Because I want it to not run, like, to be dead. Except for at certain times. Hey, girl. How you doing, Lulu? Just a reminder, I spent a lot of time making little doggy emotes today for the pups. Hey, Maxie Max! Oh, you're stretching big. Can I run Docker? Why did my thing fail again? Oh no, my thing didn't fail. Docker file. My idea is if I put everything in Docker, then I manage my own dependencies. And so that should get over... What's up? So I can bring building cloud function images. Okay, so I 100% can do this. You see those like weird vertical lines right here? Okay. Cloud Run. Is Cloud Run how they do cloud functions? Okay, all... Oh my goodness, dogs. Okay, so it's all done with containers? That's amazing. That's like really amazing. Go to project selector, make whatever. Yeah, that's kind of what I expect. Okay, yeah. See, that's fine. That makes total sense. I'm not even reading this out loud, I apologize. Like, this just, yeah. Deploy, configure secure. Using a gRPC call, running a service on a schedule. Before you begin, writing a sample application. Enable callout scheduler API. Why on earth would I want to do that in a UI when I could do it over the CLI? Because CLI makes you more powerful. I just like emotionally. Okay, so it just runs a schedule like that. That's not even bad. That's not bad. I just have to figure out why my CLI's not working. Right? That's not bad. Who am I talking to?
You're streaming?
Yes.
Oh.
My nephew doesn't think I still stream. Hey, watermelons! Watermelons F420? Yeah. All documentation is confusing. I 100% agree. But I mean, my work's on GCP, so it's like, I kind of get it. I guess I'm just familiar enough with it, where it's like, I can do this kind of okay. But I figure, if I can create a Docker file for my stuff and run it on Docker, and run the Docker file, then I'm like 90, well, two things. I need to get my Google Cloud working, because look at this. That's exploding. So I need to get that working. And then if I can create a Docker file, then I should be free sailing. Because like that triggers at 90% of what I need will be like, I can get all of my dependencies in the Docker file. I don't think I'm using anything that's not internal or owned by Google at this point, so that's not bad. They were using Ubuntu. So we just need to make a Docker file. And then find an image we like. Watermelons F420. Do you have like a cloud documentation you prefer, or do you agree with me that like all documentation just kind of sucks? Yeah, because I think it just kind of all sucks. I don't want you to guide me. I just wanted to look at your Docker. Debian? Oh, I thought it was Ubuntu. Okay. Let's go find an image. Docker image. Hey, why aren't my polls running today? I just realized none of my polls are running. Yeah, I haven't run into very much documentation that like actually makes sense, which is the unfortunate part. That you can't actually like, you end up doing more trial and error. You know we can see you on the camera, Lou. I already have the Docker Golang pull. I'm just am an Alpine fan though. So I should be able to do that. Okay. Image. Okay, I don't. Golang. It should be Golang Alpine latest. Alpine at latest. I'm trying to type, I'm gonna try and type this because I copy and paste probably 300% of my Docker images. I just don't deal with Docker images, like, see? And I'm just like sitting here, I'm like, I'm ready to go. Just copy all this. Happy Mother's Day to the best. Yeah, I've seen these where they put dogs.
And they put it.
And
Hey, that's mine.
I know.
I have my phone.
No, the internet needs to know what I'm looking at. That's what I was looking at. Because I have dogs. I don't believe in learning things that I can copy and paste, so I copy and paste a lot. Oh my goodness. Yeah, but there's a Gomod download command? Okay, that should put everything there. Why? I don't have any vendors, so why would I need that? That's interesting. Gomod download? Are you asking what Gomod download is or what the shirt was? Sorry, I totally got distracted there. Copy from builder. Gomod download? No, I've never seen that. I usually just do go build because that's what does it. Like go build runs that. Which is really like copy the binary from the production image to the production image from the builder stage. Why I don't need that? That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't need to do that. But I also, this isn't server, this is scraper. So I should theoretically be able, I don't know, I don't even, like, even when I looked at the Gomod docs, I don't remember Gomod download, like, being there. But in my head, this covers it. No, you want Docker run TI. And you should be able to tag it. I forget how to tag stuff. Docker run tag. Actually, I want a Docker build, right? And then I want to run it. Docker build file. Oh, just with the T. I don't think I need that because I'm not going to be interacting with it. I just need default is path.docker file. So I think I do that, and then I do -t, and that should be scraper. And that should theoretically build just my local Docker file. Oh no, so it does need to be Docker file. That's not how you spell Docker file. Why is SoFi texting me? Well, yeah. Build path URL. I can just do that, right? That's what I did. Docker build dot. Oh, I'm doing run. I needed to do build. Duh. Docker build. That's not what I wanted. I swear that was the right reference. For the latest. I thought that was right. Oh, they don't have a latest for Docker, that's why. For Alpine, so I just do Alpine. That makes sense. Alpine. I should have added the tag. I didn't add tag to my Docker, so now this is running the gomod download, which is the magic command that we've never seen before. When did they add this? Because I feel like this is new. Gomod graph, I knew about that. Gomod init, knew about that. Knew about gomod tidy. Download. Gomod download, gomod list, gomod graph, gomod edit. Gomod download JSON-S the modules. This isn't weird. This is definitely like my today I learned. Because I didn't know about this before. Did no clue. Come on, let me tweet it. I need to tweet my today I learned while Docker's building before I delete it. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Did everyone else already know about Go mod download? Where's my today I learned? Okay, let's see how that build went. Okay, so it's pulling all of the mod files. Apparently I used protobuf JSON at some point. My goodness, internal B trees. Hey, how you doing? From Argentina. Agustinita? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué hora es en Argentina? It should be like, what? Almost 1900? Or later. Should be pretty late. Oh my goodness. Estoy muy bien. Estoy muy bien. Esperando que esté todo bien in my Docker image. Yeah. 1930. I mean, my goodness. Do I have enough dependencies in this garbage? And they're all Google's. Like, I think I'm only using, because I'm using Firestore. Until some future point, I'm only using Google's dependencies. What baloney is this? Okay, well, I'll look up how to do a Docker run. Because I forget. I forget all of my Docker commands. Nah, I don't need to do that. I just need to do a Docker run. Yeah, and I need to get the images. So I think Docker PS is how you get images. Yes, you gotta import the files that I already have. 600 years later. Exporting layers? What are the exporting to image? Exporting layers. This is gonna take 12 years. My goodness. My goodness. Come on, Docker. It's taken 1,200 years for me to get this done. Yes, someone here find a part of me. I'm listening to Dura by Daddy Yankee because I can't have any proprietary music on my thing, and because the Pretzel Music app really just is unreliable. And I feel like it gets in the way of my beautiful voice. So this kind of stuff I usually don't deal with at work. I don't most of my side projects that I do are like for talks, so I only ever have to get them to run locally. So this is like SNCC test against your image to find vulnerabilities. I've never run that. I want to see what this does. But yeah, no. Like, the most complicated thing I've ever done, like, personally, was deploy a Hugo site to Firestore. Which is a huge deal for me. Like, I was super proud of myself. SNCC is a third-party provider. It requires exactly one argument. Oh, it has to do the image. Well... What? Okay, can I kill these? What's it been up for 2 days? I haven't worked on this in 4 years. I'm not even joking. I don't need any of these. But that Docker build should have worked, right? How do I get Docker images? If I could spell Docker. Yeah, I want to list them. And then I want to prune them. And then I want to delete all of Docker image ls is what I actually have to run. Interesting. Docker is a zombie and cannot be killed. What? Why was I even doing anything on a MySQL database? Well, and the adminer is the one that's using my 8080 port. I want you dead. I don't want any of these open. I only want my one that I just made for the web scraper. Everything else can die. Oh my goodness. Image ID. Oh, there was a way. I used to have... I want to delete all my images. Docker images, Docker filtering, Docker remove RMI, which is remove image, Docker images, dangling equals true. This... Oh, that's about my conference. Do you know I have a conference? It's Go West. It's going to be... We're holding it in October. We haven't started... we haven't started selling tickets yet. We probably won't do that until July. But, Yeah, with the container ID, 100%. Oh, they need me to come. You can come babysit him if you want. So, yes, you're 100% right. That removes a file, but RMI is the one that does the image. I knew that. Must be forced. How do you... Is dash F the force? Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, but this was... That was a dash F. Right? Does this have... RMI, right, which is remove, and F is force. Yeah, so this part, like, essentially goes through every image. I know I had a friend who literally sent that to me once, and I was like, what? You're 100% right, though. That's how you force it. Thank you so much. Like, I'm so impressed people that can remember stuff off the top of their heads, because I don't. I only Google everything. So, Abustinita? Am I saying that right? That was amazing. So now I should have no... Well, I was just doing the dangling ones. And that's awesome. So now... PyTorch, Alpine. This is the only one that's like taking up. That's not true. I need to remove both of those. I just don't like the big ones. Docker. Oh, good. I'm glad I can say your name, your handle right, because they're not real names, right? I've seen some good puns of names, and like Papa de Papas. And mine's a decent pun. Docker RMI. That should work. It's really interesting. I'm also finding more and more content like in Spanish, which is super cool. I know someone that actually would do YouTube videos in Portuguese, like specifically for people that develop in Brazil, which I think is super cool, right? Agustina, we'll see. Okay. That makes sense. Untagged. And then the other big one was the Jetstream, and the Jetstream was an utter failure. Okay, so now we have things that are all untagged. So now I should be able to build my stuff, but I want to tag it with Scraper. I agree. It's always good to have a nickname. Mine was Pete. For a while. And so that's kind of where mine came from. Okay, do you think this will take, it was what, 240 seconds last time? So, that'll be great. But now I should be able to just Docker run the image, right? Yeah, I can just run the image itself, and I should be able to just do the tag, which is ideal. So that's ideal. it's almost 5. Usually I only go until 5. I don't know why I looked at the time on my phone. I have 4 times right in front of my face. But let's go ahead. We'll get this Docker image running. And I have time tomorrow, I think. We can come back tomorrow and try and get this Google Cloud function running. Let's go ahead. If I put it on Twitter, I'm committed. Why am I opening the Twitter app? Probably because it's convenient. It's really hard to see the white gopher. Maybe if I put the white gopher in between the pink and there we go. Web scrape my Golang. Should I say Golang web scraper? Golang web scraper. Web scraper is a protected word on Twitch. Google Cloud. Using Google Cloud functions. Google Cloud functions. It's called Cloud Run, right? I think it's called Cloud Run. That's App Engine. We decided we didn't want to use an App Engine cron. Yeah, so it's just called Cloud Run. Using Cloud Run. See you tomorrow at, I think I have it scheduled for 7 p.m. ish. Will you quit correcting that on the Twitches? On the Twitches. It's easier for me to type it than it is to go copy and paste at this point. Except for when I mistype it. Bye. Okay, so now I should be able to Docker run scraper. Bye. See you. Have fun, Bustinita. Glad you could come join us on this party. So this should run. Awesome. So it didn't show me any errors, so I'm assuming it ran. So let's go ahead and add that. Just want to make sure I'm not committing anything I don't want to commit. Okay. Okay, Okay, that should be good enough for today. Let's go ahead and make that PR. We'll get it moved in. And then we'll call it a day. We'll be back tomorrow to get this sucker deployed. There we go. Firestore. Cloud Firestore. And Docker file. Want you now? Mucho más tonight. Whoa, with me tonight. That's good. That's just a hash, so that's nothing scary. Come with me tonight. And meetup info. Yeah, that's fine. I don't like that that's so hard-coded, but whatever. That's generated. We killed that, killed that, killed that. Okay, I'm really happy with this. Well, I don't need to approve my own changes. I just squash and commit. Cool. So who's on Twitch? We'll call it a day. We'll call it
How do they shoot me through that?
we'll call it time to raid. I got you now. Hacking esports, large data. I had a oh my goodness, where's my mouse? There it is. Come with me tonight. Okay. He's pretty, I'm gonna actually raid him. The reason being, he's underrated. Definitely does not get enough viewers. He does not get enough viewers at all. And he's working on a pretty cool project, actually. And he's on all the time, just, you know, doing great stuff. So we'll see you tomorrow. Come with me tonight. Come with me tonight. Did that raid not work?